How do you redesign a place that is constantly in motion? Today we are not at a quiet studio, we are at the nerve center of logistics and travels giant Vijay Anand Travels, and we would understand how to redesign a place. And today to help us with that, we have with us Krishna Singhal, co-founder, Interiorverse, founder, House of Single. Hi Krishna, thank you so much for giving your time to be at Curious with Mayank, and it's great and amazing to understand this whole site where the business operations are constantly running 24/7. So welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mang. Thank you for the introduction. This has been a very interesting project, and I'm really excited to take you through the entire process today.
Great, Krishna. So to begin with, because what I understand that VRL is both a logistic and a travel giant, and they have so much things to do, constantly under movement. When we are at Majestic,
Yes.
Anandrao Circle, the busiest circle. So how did you plan it? What was the client requirement? How did you thought about it? The complete process. Can you give us a
This was
glimpse
the
of?
biggest challenge about this execution of this project because it's a renovation and it's a live running site. So with ongoing customers and the movement of buses, we couldn't close the entire site for the renovation work. So we had to do it in phases. So we closed one of the phases for a few months, renovated that, and then moved to phase 2, the second part of the project, and the phase 3. So we have divided it in phases.
Okay, so how did you manage the operations for when you close one part of it? And I understood that you said that ticketing part is where you started, and
So ticketing is the most important part. As soon as you enter, that's the first interaction that the customers have with the brand. So to close that was a big challenge, but we did manage to close it for like 1.5 to 2 months. We had a hard timeline of 45 days within which we had to finish it. So we took the operations, moved it to another room, wherein the operations or the ticketing counter, like a temporary ticketing counter was set up there. And we had to finish it within exactly 45 days, and we managed to do that. Because the site, the buses, there's a time between 4:30 to evening 11 p.m. within which you're not supposed to work. Apart from that, you can work overnight and throughout the day. So our team used to work, we had 2 teams. One of them used to work in the night and one of them in the mornings. That's how we managed to finish the entire work within 45 days of time.
what was the client brief? What they wanted for their
Right.
customers? Because what I am understanding that they would want something for their customers, because it is typically travels is not very lucrative as such. It's just like transactional. Someone wants to move from point one to point B, but
right.
as you said me earlier that they wanted to give that comfort when the customer is in VRL complex. So what all things you did to make that possible?
So the story starts with the journey of a customer. The journey of a customer starts with booking the tickets. So they go online on the website or with the ticketing counter. They come here, they book the tickets, they wait for the buses and they go. Generally, that's the journey. But while they're waiting within the campus for their buses to arrive, they wanted to make every step of a travel for a customer easier and more comfortable. So keeping that in mind, the journey starts with as soon as they enter the campus or the first interaction they have with the brand. So the renovations that have taken place have been keeping in the customer's journey in the mind. So you see that the chairs, the environment, the lights, everything has been provided in terms of how you can make that customer journey more comfortable. So it's not your journey from point A to point B. Do you want me to stop?
No, no. Continue. हाँ.
So it's not just a customer's journey from point A to point B. It's throughout the night wherever the buses stop. VRL has not just this bus station but many other bus terminals throughout Karnataka and many other states. So not just this campus, they're going to renovate every other campus wherein the customer gets to experience the same thing they experience in the bus as well as on the bus station. The experience has to.
So whether the customer
Continue.
is within the bus or at the bus station waiting for the bus, the experience should remain the same.
Remain the same.
So what were the design challenges as such? Because I think I'm understanding that there is more of a brick and mortar civil work which is involved here, because it's not a residential interiors.
Yes.
You are doing it for a commercial place that will be running 24/7. So what are the challenges which you faced?
The biggest challenges we had in terms of designing was the design layout of the entire bus terminal. We had very limited options available. So if you see, we need to leave enough space for the buses to move around. This is being the busiest bus terminal of the area. Around 300 buses within a time frame of 3 hours travel here from evening, not 3, from evening 5 p.m. till until night 11 p.m. Within 6 hours, 300 buses come here, pick up the customers and then go.
Wow.
So to make that journey smooth, even for the bus drivers to drive and give that space, we had very limited, space to work with. So the layout has been planned accordingly. Every inch, every feet that you see has been measured with the buses coming in, and keeping that in mind that there shouldn't be any issues when they're taking a turn or moving around. So the design challenges were those. Second was the time frame. Within 45 days, each phase was given 45 days of time frame within which we had to complete it. So being it civil, the civil work started with breaking of the existing structure, breaking it, building it from scratch again, and finishing it. So all of this had to be done within 45 to 60 days of time frame.
So this is, we are talking about phase 1, which we are currently seeing here.
This is the phase 1.
This is the phase 1
yes,
part.
This is the phase 1 part. This is the waiting lounge 1, and we decorated it with the vinyl wallpaper. As you can see, this has been custom designed by the branding team, and we have done the execution of it. Even the ceiling, if you see, has been custom designed.
Yeah, this is it, because this kind of lights is generally are not there at travels, but I think to make them feel that it's a
cozy, comfortable,
it's more like a premium waiting lounge. You have built that.
That was the idea.
This is awesome. And what about the materials? Because material plays an important role, the quality, durability.
Yes.
How did you think about it?
Coming to the materials, the durability is very important when it comes to commercial sites. So it's not just the interior part of it, right? Where we are standing, the vinyl sheet can be used here. But when it comes to the external part, the movement of the buses restrict the usage of certain materials like glass. So we have tried to avoid using glass and even on the roof.
We cannot have glass at all on this.
We cannot actually, because even during the execution phase, we've given some rafters on top of the structure, which I'll show you later. So one of the buses ended up hitting the rafters, so 2 of the rafters got damaged. So we had to plan it in such a way, we had to raise the height of it by 6 inches later on, so that the buses wouldn't come and hit. So similar way, if we use glass and something hits, it'll damage. We can't use paint here. If somebody scratches it or paints on it, puts a hand,
it will get dirty.
Yeah, it will get dirty and you can't wash it. So the vinyl allows you to wash it and keep it clean throughout. The maintenance is easier.
So it will not wear off easily?
It won't unless you scratch it with a knife or something, but that particular portion will tear off, which can be fixed later. Like for example, if you see these, it's a huge wall, it's a 145 feet wall. So getting one single wallpaper for this was not possible. So what we did was we put it in panels, 4 feet panels, and each panel, if there's a scratch, can be removed and reapplied.
So this panel, only that panel part can be removed, and again that reapplied here on that part. That's true. That's good, because wallpaper is somewhere around 72 square feet. They cover, and
this is custom printed and higher premium vinyl, so 95 rupees per square feet, between 95 to 120.
Okay, this is good. Okay, and what about on-site challenges? Because we discussed materials, we discussed design, but when things come on-site, there could be ample of challenges, things, parameters keep on moving, because it's a moving place. So what all things that came into this
moving
site?
Place with Bangalore's weather.
Yeah.
The toughest thing we had to face was the rains. Bangalore rains.
Oh yes, that we forgot. And it's and it's mostly it's an open space apart from waiting area.
So we have given water pipeline connections. I mean, not connections. For the water to pass through the pipes, so they don't fall here when the passenger is sitting in the front.
So the water collected on the top, and then they will have an outlet somewhere.
We have given an outlet. So if you see, I'll show you. There's a pipe over there that runs through the pillar, which is connected from the pipe on top, which collects the water, and then we've given a drainage system completely, which...
So the water will not fall from this place?
No, it won't.
This is good. So water will never fall from this side because they have a pipeline that is connected. So that can be...
So the passengers sitting in the front row are safe. Unless, the wind blows and the water is entering that way.
No one can convince Indradeva how the rain should be, so that's perfectly fine. Perfect.
So rain was a challenge. And apart from that, since this is a moving site, there are 3 waiting lounges. We did it, like I said, we did it in phases. So lounge 1 was kept on hold for a while. We closed it off with the green net, so people couldn't enter. We had put boards like work in progress, so people were more aware. And if you see, there's a lot of debris
Yes.
involved while the
Because the civil
going
work
on.
is there, so
Civil
it's
work
obvious.
is there. So we ensured that, in the night when it gets too crowded, they would remove the debris, keep it in a corner so that
I
it
think
wouldn't.
it's a standard practice, right? To
It's a
every day
standard
we need to
practice.
remove the
Yes.
debris so that it doesn't
So
accumulate.
we made arrangements for customers to wait in the waiting lounge 3 and 2. We took the chairs from here, kept it in other places so they could stand there and wait. Same
Perfect.
thing applied for the other.
That's awesome. And so this was the phase one. You have something which you did in phase two. So let's discuss that.
We are standing right now in the part which was designed as phase 2 of the entire campus.
Okay.
And this used to be their old office, the office or cabin where the accounts team and
All the operations
all the
team.
operations team sits. So the older office was broken down. We removed everything.
So this was the older office
This was
which
the
was
older
broken
office
down.
which
Okay.
was broken down, and on this we have raised this entire mezzanine structure.
Okay,
The
this
bottom,
is-
this is the mezzanine structure which has been raised from scratch. The bottom area is where you can see is the waiting lounge, and the top is the main office.
So this is 9 feet or
This is 9 feet,
okay.
10 feet actually, and we had to
Okay,
raise a
this
few
is-
inches,
yeah,
because of the tiles and the water.
Water you need to give it a
So we had to raise a few
slant.
inches, and there's an electrical room behind. The most interesting part about this phase was the so the office, if you see from above, is extended till backside as well. But here we had to end the waiting lounge only till here, because there used to be a room below the behind this. There used to be a room below, and
So there was a basement room.
there was a
which-
basement room, the way to which goes from here, and people used to live there. The workers generally used to live there, and we had to close that. So the Vastu person, a Vastu consultant who came here, this is supposed to be the southwest corner of the campus. He said that is supposed to be the heaviest area in a campus, and it was at that time it was hollow. So the biggest challenge we had to face was pack the whole thing and then raise a office on top of that.
So as per Vastu, southwest corner should be the heaviest
Should be
area.
the heaviest area. So we had to pack it entirely with cement. We even thought of, using, if you have to make it heavy, we could use a metal or structure. We didn't have to pack the whole thing. But the demand was to pack the entire thing. So we have filled that entire part of 15 by 20 feet of portion with cement and 15 feet of height. Since we had to raise the
I
office
could have also added my emotional baggage also. It could have made it much more heavier. Just kidding. Jokes apart. But yeah, so that was, you filled it up and then you created a mezzanine
created
structure.
a mezzanine structure on top
And then
of
you
that.
have given an office on top. So this is, it is wooden, but I don't think it's veneer, right?
Yeah, this is a PVC rafter.
Okay, it is a
PVC.
PVC raftered. Okay, and this is, you
So
told
the
that,
front portion is metal structure, MS structure, because this has to be the most durable. The buses pass through. I mean, the bus won't be coming here inside, but still to maintain that durable concept of materials that we're using in the entire campus, we had to put it in MS, and it's painted in wooden.
okay, MS with paint.
MS with paint.
Paint we have done. Perfect. So next what? Next what we have done in this area? Which
So
I think,
we
office space?
Yeah, office space.
So I think this is the top part.
This is
10
the
feet
top
above.
part of the.
This is the office which you built.
Yeah, the main office, below which we've packed entirely with cement. This is the southwest corner of the plot. So it's supposed to be the heaviest, like I said. So this had to be taken care of.
Okay. So you were saying something that this is the place where people can, because this is much calmer than comparative
Yes.
to when we were on ground.
So you will notice that the space is much more calmer than the rest of the space, and it was designed in such a way that the operations team can sit and work, attend calls, and take care of everything. So this is the operation center of the entire space. All the buses and operations going
Yeah, I
on.
see there are glasses on that other side, which is the command center. It's like you have all the, we can directly look into all the buses and the movement
Right,
that
you
happens
can.
there. So it's like,
So everything can be monitored from here, and it is monitored from here. All the camera connections, everything, the TV screen has been put up in this office. So people can monitor from here, and even without the camera, you can actually see the entire campus from this corner.
this is perfect. I think this is amazing. So we started with, so design wise, you first built the complete layout. Layout was done in single shot, then you took permissions for that layouts. And then
Yes.
you, phase one, you did the ticketing part, sitting arrangement, you just completed that part first. Then you moved to phase two, you took care of creating a space, office, space where management can sit and
Right,
all that
yes.
thing.
So I would like to add something to it. There was a bit of a challenge when it came to planning the layout of this entire space, because we did phase wise. And this office is completely newly made from scratch. The
Okay.
previous office here was very small, and we had to break it. After breaking it, we figured out there are some hidden spaces, or more space. So initially we
The-
take measurement to make a layout, right? So it was done according to that. But once we broke the space and we built a new wall on it, you get some inches difference while you're
Yes,
designing
yes.
again. So the layout kept improving or improvising as the
As per site condition, the
space
layout
was
got
built.
and of course, because it's a civil work, it's a civil site, civil work is
Yes.
there, you broke everything, so then you get to know more, because earlier that thing was there, so
So the
measurements.
base drawings of the walls was exact to as per the measurement, because that's how they built it. But after the things were built, we had to re-measure everything and improvise on the layouts.
I think, yeah, that is pretty,
Yes.
that's, you need to
That
do
is, I
it.
think, a part and parcel of a commercial project.
Commercial.
It's not as straightforward as residential projects.
In residential project, I think, and specifically in apartments, right, whatever space that has been shown in the layout, it will go lesser than once we start doing it, the space
Yes.
will get less comparatively.
yes.
But here, after breaking, you got bit
We
more,
got more
more
space.
space. Because that's good. So, so phase 1, we completed ticketing and all the setting arrangement for the clients. Phase 2 is majorly for the operations team to monitor, so we covered that.
Yeah, we covered.
And phase 3, which is currently ongoing. So,
Yeah.
what you would be covering there? What's happening there?
The canteen area, and it's a lounge too, of the
wow.
waiting lounge too. So the waiting lounge too doesn't have too many changes. We're just going to do the back
Replicate
wall
the,
and
replicate the phase 1.
phase 1.
Okay.
And we've done a beautiful MS structure on top to give it a premium bus station look.
Okay.
And the canteen is a major renovation.
This
For the
is
phase
good. Means I think if canteen is a luxury for a bus station generally, because
Yes,
but this is
yes.
such a VRL is such a big
They
space.
provide fresh food every evening.
Oh wow!
Fresh dinner. They provide fresh dinner every evening. So
I think that's great. That's amazing. So thank you so much, Krishna, for giving us all the technical, technical details of how things moved and how you worked on it. Now coming to more personalized discussion in terms of you as a designer. I have a couple of questions. First, if there is someone, a client who want to get the commercial interiors done, he has many questions. He don't know where to start and things. What are the 3 things he should never compromise when he's looking for getting the commercial interior done? Because
right.
what I feel that commercial interior is it will have stricter timelines, more stricter than your residential, because you will have to start moving. You need to start earning money from the location. You are already paying rents if you have not bought it, and the more it is not functioning, the more loss of rent will keep on
Yes.
incurred. So, what do you
3
suggest?
things I would say that would be, don't compromise on the quality, because commercial space is more prone to wear and tear. In residential, it's like 3, 4, 6 people using a space, and you are the only person using it on a regular basis.
Yes.
Commercial space has a lot of footfall. So accordingly, the wear and tear has to be kept in mind when you're picking out any material, in terms of, like, this could easily be a wooden flooring, but we chose to do wooden tiling here, more durable, easy to maintain. The second aspect is functionality. Functionality is very much important when it comes to designing a space, because the everyday operations cannot be disturbed. You have
Yeah,
to
that's
ensure
true.
the smooth
Because here
layout.
the movement would be very high, because people will be coming, going, so that's sort
Yes.
of complete that.
So functionality is
less
the first
obstruction
thing
and it should-
that you have to keep in mind. And third would be your comfort, because you are going to be sitting here working.
I think
And most of the time you
I'm
spend
liking this space as someone who would, if I'm working at VRL, I would love this space to work.
Yeah.
We have plants here and
It's warm,
it's very
cozy,
calm.
yes.
Outside it's complete whole traffic,
So
which
you have
is
to ensure that it's comfortable. You can't give an uncomfortable chair or a sofa and expect a person to sit here and work for 8 to 9 hours a day. So comfort also has to be kept in
and I think travels is pretty much very it's very hectic.
It is.
It is very hectic, and here the working hours generally is not 8 to 9 hours. It can go up to 10, 12 also, because
It
if
can.
buses are late and
Yes.
then operations, people need to be there. Makes sense. This is perfect. Now, what things that can be compromised? It's okay. Client can say, okay, we can say client that, okay, इस चीज के ऊपर आपको tension नहीं लेना, ये चलता है.
So most of the time what we try and do, a designer's job is to ensure that the aesthetics and the functionality, or the design and functionality, go hand in hand. But sometimes it so happens that to achieve the more functional space, you may have to slightly compromise on design or aesthetics, like just slightly. But
So
that is something you should be willing to do.
so that
It's not like-
compromise is more like uh, you liked some design, but it is not functional. So
Correct.
that you are
Yes.
saying that, so
Yes.
that in that case you'll always go with functional part, because that design will not be helpful in operations of
Like
it.
I can say, I mean, give an example for this. We wanted to do a wall with a glass facade.
Okay.
So we wanted to use lacquered glass with some nice design on it and things like that. But we chose not to use glass here because it can be easily broken and it can harm people.
That's
So
true.
design had to be compromised there. We had to use a vinyl print. It's still not compromised entirely, but the original design had to be
Yeah,
changed
but
slightly.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah,
that compromise you should be willing to make because functionality is more important.
perfect. This is great. Now coming back to, because you are very seasoned designer, you have worked with both residential, commercial. What new designers should know about this industry, or they should take care of, so that they can thrive and they can do better service to the customers, and also for their own learning? What do you think is the right mindset for that?
Designers, I think, should be well connected, should not be, I mean, afraid to reach out to the vendors when it comes to designing a space or
Even if they are not buying,
They
even
are
if they are not buying from the vendors, they can
yeah,
still
they
reach
can
out.
still reach out to them. So the thing is, when it so one single person cannot always know everything, right? There are experts of that particular subject matter who are sitting out there. Like, let's say for example, lights. You think you know everything about lights, but there is so much more to know. Reach out to a light expert. Ask from them, like, what is the best solution for this particular space, how much watt of light I need to use, what would be the best choice of light to go with, or the fans, anything. Just reach out to that subject matters expert and ensure that you do your research on that particular topic, on that particular material, and then pick out the best thing. So don't hesitate in reaching out to people for help. So we also have these certain WhatsApp groups, we interior designers. Usually when we are in a doubt or we need to know about anything, we post there. And various other designers who would have worked on it before, they reach,
Because
they
every
reply.
designer has their own, means they do their own customization, personalization, because as many customers,
Yeah.
as many design ideas, implementation, so that experience and collaboration really helps.
And having said that, it's not like you'll not make mistakes. You can't be perfect in the first go itself. It takes time. So some years down the line, you will learn how things work, how the
But
process
the
works.
main
You can
part is
set
you
it up.
should not stop asking, you should
You
not
shouldn't,
reaching
yes,
out
yes.
people,
Reaching out
understanding
people is-
the materials, all the materials, how it functions, and everything you should do.
I mean, it can't be a single man show, right? There's so many teams involved when it comes to interiors. So get the subject expert on board and work with them.
Perfect. Now coming back to, we discussed what designers should do. Coming to tools as a designer, means I understand that it's a commercial, but still you would have somehow visualized it. How did you work with that? Means how customer can see what is about to come
Right.
for their home.
So generally in the market, SketchUp is a software that designers use to give a general visualization of a space. But SketchUp has to be rendered later on.
Through V-Ray and all
through
that,
V-Ray,
plugins and all
yeah,
that.
so those things. But we, at our company Interiorverse, we are building a software wherein you can see a walkthrough of a space, a real-time walkthrough of a space in a VR headset. So that is how we propose the design of VRL, because this design had needed approval from various people in the
Of course,
company.
because it is a big company, we need to have approvals, designs, process, and how it should come down on the floor.
Yeah.
So tools.
So we gave a 3D walkthrough of it, so it would become easier to visualize, how a space is going to look. And their main requirement was it should not affect the movement of the buses at any cost.
That's
So
that's the business they.
The only way to show that was through a walkthrough, that this is how the bus is going to move around and it won't disturb the movement of the buses.
Perfect. And is AI impacting? Is AI being used right now with designers? I mean, just a normal thing. How much AI is impacting your work, or is it helping? In what way?
It is helping. So we have a software which generates quotation for you for every single product used in interior designing. So the AI there works with, we have quotations from various other vendors for a particular product. Let's say if it's a sofa, so per seater cost of a sofa, how much would it cost based on the material you choose? You put your inputs there that this is what I need. I need a leather finished sofa or a fabric sofa of so and so size, and it will auto generate the rates for you
Oh, wow.
from
So
the market inputs.
it will pop up. It will.
Yeah.
That's good. I think we covered most of the things which that can be covered in this short span of time, and of course there are many more details which went missing.
I would like to add a little more on the AI part.
Yeah, sure.
So AI in going forward, how it can help designers is through, let's say a client, not just designer or even a client, somebody is looking to design a Victorian theme house or a Scandinavian themed office. So you can just put that and the AI will generate those kind of designs for you, not specific to that particular room, because anytime design needs a human touch.
Design will need human in the loop
can't be
too,
entirely done
because
with AI.
dimensions, measurements,
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
need to be
But
perfect.
at least in terms of visualizations, your budgeting, planning, quotations, it can help with those things. Design definitely will need a human touch.
Because I saw a couple of tools where you upload the floor plan and
Yeah,
then it gets generated with the basis of what you need.
3D, yeah.
So I tried that couple of things. So,
But,
but AI is touching
it
up to
is
this
touching up.
industry. No one is without AI.
It'll develop with time.
But AI doesn't have to take the brunt of, no, if we are not delivering on time, AI doesn't have to hear what customer is saying. So that's
That's
so
there.
AI cannot replace interior design and architecture for sure.
It cannot,
For
but it can
for-
help you plan
It can
better.
help you.
It can
There are
help you
more
plan
advantages of AI than
Yes,
disadvantages for
yes.
the industry.
The planning, budgeting part of it, AI can definitely help you with that. So you can, at least try and complete a project within the given timelines.
That is, I think what's been told is it's always the last 5% which takes most of the,
The
time.
finishing stage.
The finishing stage, because
It does.
that is
Because
where
yeah.
everyone wants to have that perfection coming up before saying that we are done.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the thing. But perfect. Thanks, Krishna, for giving so much detailed, insightful information. Of course, I'm sure there is much more which you can share, but that is not possible because that's your experience, which we cannot compress it and do it. But in this limited time, you have helped us and all the people who are watching with a lot of information. And thank you so much for
Thank you.
guiding
you,
us
ma'am.
through.
Thank you for
so
giving
much.
me the opportunity
Yes.
to take you through the space. This has been a very interesting project for us, a renovation project. So it's not just a renovation project, it's a commercial property, ongoing running commercial property. So
Thank you, VRL, for giving us this opportunity
Thank you, VRL, yeah.
for the location also. And thank you so much.
thank you, ma'am.